Okay, another technique and exercise you can work on is looking at the, let's say the A minor pentatonic scale, position 1. I want you to try and play the scale, but every time you hit a note of the scale, I want you to dip the bar and come up to the note. So if I kind of try this. So I'm just playing the scale. But every time I hit a note, I'm going to kind of dip the bar and bring it up to the note. So it kind of sounds like it's taking off. One more time. Let's go deeper from position 5. Let's try taking a little group of notes. How about this position 2? Those kind of couple of notes just there. And we can kind of dip the note between each strike of the string. So this is the lick. So I'm keeping the bar in my hand and just kind of striking the string. It's coming up each time I hit the note. So I'm dipping the bar, picking the string, and it comes up to pitch. The same thing can be reversed. Same scale, A minor scale, but this time I'm going to hit the note and then dip down to another note. So I'm going to hit the string and dip the note away with the bar. So if I try this maybe. So let's maybe go from the 5th fret of the G and go down to the 7th fret of the D. You hear how it falls down to the next note. I'll hit the string on the 5th fret of the G. Then I'll land on that 7th fret of the D. Do the same thing on the D and the A string. It's a real cool effect, so it kind of sounds like it's kind of falling away or taking off. So with that in mind, I'm going to give you just a little run. I'm going to play it with my fingers because I just kind of like the sound of it. That's this. One more time. And this is all a position 1. Position 1 pentatonic. If you can play that, then you're on the way to getting this together. So let me show you the run. Here's the first note. It's the on the E string, and it's the 8th fret, and I'm dipping it down 1 fret. So it's like going. I'm doing it with the bar, so I'm going. Now you've got a new little problem there, because as you've dipped the bar down to the 2nd note, you've got to release it to get to the next note. You see what I'm doing there? Same on the next string. So both strings together. I mean, it might look difficult or sound difficult first of all when you're trying it right now, but give it an hour or so, and you'll find that you're just releasing at the right point that third note. You can see I've got a release for that note. Once we land here, once we land on that note, this is a cool little lick anyway. Bending that note, that fifth like that, it's a fifth of the chord. There's the chord, there's A minor. The root and the fifth are just there. It's a cool lick anyway. But we're combining it in our run. So you can see you're bending down that fifth fret of the B, coming back up, and then you've got to leap to the G string and bend down one fret and release for the root. So one more time, very, very, very slowly for you. One more time. Let's see how it sounds up the top there. So practice that run, because that's teaching you when to release the string to bring it back to pitch. You've got to bend and release. Check that one out. So carrying on from there, we've been dipping the note. Let's try kind of making the note sound like it's kind of rising. This is what I want you to check out. We're going to go along one string, a B string, and I'm going to basically play part of an A minor scale, basically, starting on the E note, which is the B5. This is what we're after, something like this. So the actual notes you're using are 5, 7, 8, 10, 12, 13, 15, 17, 20, down to 17 again. And if you can kind of dip the note before you kind of move along the scale. You can see sometimes I'm not actually even picking the note. You can actually kind of pick the first note and kind of make the note sound with the bar almost. So I only picked that first note, but as I slid along, because I'm moving the bar, I can still get the note to sound. We can take that same mentality and play just kind of sounding like your solo is taking off. You can just play the scale. I'm going to use an A minor pentatonic, and you'll see what I mean. I'm picking the note, and before I kind of get to the note, as I pick the note, I've dipped the bar to get to the note. So you get this kind of... See how it sounds like it's kind of taking off. can see, the note sounds like it's rising. So we've done the dipping down note and the rising up note. Rise up, dip down. Okay, as well as single note vibrato and whammy bar stuff, you can actually apply it, obviously, to chords. It sounds kind of cool. I'm just going to show you a little funky thing here, and maybe you might want to try and copy it. We're only going to concentrate on actually whammying one chord. This chord sequence does this. It's A minor, G, F. And we're only going to whammy that first kind of A minor chord, and I'm just going to bring it up to pitch, so you get this kind of thing happening. So I'm doing just a little kind of funky thing, and you can see in terms of a funk rhythm context, just one little kind of flick on the bar adds a little bit of kind of colour and a little bit of something to a kind of straightforward chord sequence. So all I'm doing is holding that little inversion of an A minor chord on the top three strings, and just kind of, it's actually a good exercise for you to hit the chord and bring it up to pitch. You see that? So you must return to pitch. That's what you're listening for. You must return to pitch. Maybe you hit that last F chord. I was kind of doing a couple of kind of little, just hitting the chord, and again, you hit the chord, and there's the pitch of it, but either side of the pitch is the whammy bar. So if I hit the chord, I'm not just pressing down on it so it sounds, you're actually listening for up and down below it. The way to actually kind of nail it is to overdo it first of all. So hold the chord and really overdo the whammy. So you know that's going above and below now. And now just bring it back a bit, just kind of combine it with the funky kind of up pitch of the A minor. You can actually do power chords now. If you kind of, we do the same kind of chord sequence, we can actually start hitting those three chords, but in a more power chord way, and bringing it up to pitch with the bar, so you get kind of. So again, the same thing applies. You hit a chord, bring it up to pitch. So those chords I'm using just A minor. As I hit the A minor, I hit the chord as I've pressed the bar down. Which is why it's so essential when we went through the setting up your tremolo, why it's good to have no kind of play in the bar or clunking or clanking, because that's when you can get really accurate with your kind of pitching. You know, when you're using the chords. If the bar is just there and there's no play in it, you can hit these lovely. So spend a little time getting that together.